enemies.
Growth and strength. I'm watching you.
Greetings, warrior.
Good thing I have a
You
little
flew on
something
the wings
called
of
gratitude.
Talk yourself up all you want.
You learn about life as a soldier of JTF-10.
Did you hear about the missions?
Aloy.
The strike crew was
I was there. I saw you.
an outlandish slew on dresses.
Medals are given to the
Face off
best
against
of
machines and
hunters.
prove your worth to the clan.
Better ready your most of this.
quedó, boludo. Dejaste de usar pingo, hermano. La verdad, dejaste de romper pingo, ya.
Seeing you in the arena always makes for quite a... What can I... Good luck on the hunt.
Well, I get safe.
There walks a true warrior.
So, say the chief gets his way. Last Josh. Then willingly step to my spirit sword disguise.
Our strength is your strength.
Make way for Hikaru's champion. May your blade hold true.
You up for a game of strike later?
Okay. But you should know that
Carl's
I've heard
enemies
of
fall
you,
before
Outlander.
Well, good thing I have a little something called gratitude.
I'm gonna clean my gear later.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But... Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Before I forget, Aloy.
We are. We're finally
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of... I can hear the drinking song.
You,
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Doesn't look like any of our guests.
Yet. So, Katala, I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun.
Looking forward.
If that one's not working right, you can...
Yeah, little bugger's got some pretty... You saved my butt a couple of times now. You know, besides it...
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I found out a few days before you guys... I was... well, to be honest, so he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back, and you never told me exactly how your sister...
I guess we never got round to it. No time like the present, though. If...
I guess Silence is keeping to himself.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his...
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one goodie? After everything he's...
Sure. Late. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah? I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Carja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
Yeah, she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Carja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Carja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid...
You were right. That was a story.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point.
Fighting the Zeniths.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of... She's more like a cold piece of metal.
She's... Everyone here... If it weren't for Varl...
You know... There was this one night. Right before Varl left with... He realized I was having troubles. To be honest, I think we both... So... He asked me to join him. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there. I thought about how Plainsong was just as... How every corner of it must be and any fears I had about her. I miss him terribly.
I know. Ready to head over to the Zenith?
Whatever comes.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war, and war is something I promised myself I'd left behind, but... Every voice I hear, it makes me realize just how much life was fighting for that gift. If we fail,
helps to know you're...
For a moment.
I don't know what you're talking... Have you talked to any of our new...
Erend and I tried speaking, but apparently out.
Charming. How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd... But he never truly succumbed. Guess that...
You and Erend seem to be on better terms.
He may have terrible taste in music. And that ale he keeps raving about is... I still plan on beating.
Try not to hurt him. How to go with the chorus after we
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head, but of course they had no choice but to take... Even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was To be honest, I found the conversation to be...
I'm glad. They're lucky that you never gave up on saying... How to go with the chorus.
They were... I thought Fane... But of course, even if it... To be honest...
I'm glad they're lucky. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Aloy, do you have a moment?
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not.
The plan will work.
Right. Oh, and I wanted to give you this. I didn't really know what to give you.
Thanks, Alva. I suppose you saw that Tilda...
I almost went up to her to ask her. Every diviner I know would kill to get... But now that she's here, I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable. Probably, but...
The rest of us should be enough of a Zeniths for you to hack into their net, but you'll have to be quick.
What exactly do...
I don't know. Have you looked through the data we...
There is much to sort, but I believe we'll be able to... And I've given more thought to everything we've... The Overseers would have us believe that... But Pharaoh wasn't. His greed led to machines at the archive of the old ones not... So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering... I started to think they were all the same. But, in the end, the truth isn't a straight line of ink on... It's a splatter. Smudged. I wish more Quen could see that. Or twisting the truth to serve...
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No. Nor the... As Eileen said, but it's worth fighting, and this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less.
Any more data?
All of it? I'm particular. We knew the ancestors had made it to... In fact, we theorized some of them had... But Sirius is way... And we thought journeying across the ocean would... The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars from a fire lit... So...
Yes. The most fascinating... An entire... There's much, but still... There's...
And deadly. Once all this is over, will you...
I don't know. The more... If I go back... I don't even... Or what they do to me for reading what is... Even if I somehow were allowed... Would I be willing to let the truth of the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare Or...
Who's this?
She... We used to be rivals. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and... We became very close. And then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe? She...
Don't worry. The Zeniths.
If you say...
I hope our new guests have...
This Silence... He's the one...
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him. He refuses...
Oh.
You know that... Yeah. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on I didn't know him well, but... Zoe and Erend seem to have taken... But I don't quite know what...
They need time.
And what about you?
I don't know. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little. I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. Zoe seemed so... Like, every... and she looked happy. I felt...
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime.
Maybe.
We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've...
Everyone's ready to take...
And you?
Nervous? But I'm ready too.
Don't worry. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic, but I never... Technology, like, think of what it could do for but... Knowing the...
Replacing body parts as they grow. I want you to know I'm glad...
Whatever happens, I never thought...
Come on, Kotallo will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo if we die doing so. At least...
I'd rather you both stay...
We'll try.
I need to get...
I'll be... May truth...
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings.
Since when were you...
Since you turned this into a waiting game. Modest success.
Okay, so your big plan. Everything. Let me see if I got this. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them. By using it, and to get the Tanakhs to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still...
So all this time, even before you were out here scheming, why couldn't you just...
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme, and I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference at the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a use, thereby keeping you out of harm's way, and more importantly...
So you really didn't know they had their own...
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could...
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon.
I've upgraded the delivery. It now emits a wave-like effect
That doesn't fully...
No. But I'd be a fool to reveal. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Z? Yes. Even you can appreciate. Suffice it to say that the intricacies of how.
Why help Regalla take over? If you want...
Before Regalla's rebellion, her battling machines and fostering friendship, even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he could.
So helping a
Yes. All Regalla craved was war. Against the... She would have led the tribe into battle without which was precisely...
Why create this? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. The Eclipse demonstrated the risks of through the Sons of Prometheus, all while remaining...
Except... How did you get a Sarah?
I knew there was an associate of the Durval who escaped. It was trivial to track her down and gain her. She wanted to succeed where
So you promised her Regalla. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army, and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she...
And so a partnership was born out of...
You think you had everything figured out?
I did.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins.
The tribe from across the ocean.
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery. One of them, Alva, even... Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled from the ancient world, and what did they do? They shrouded them, creating a pantheon out of...
Yes, well...
Did it now?
So those run-ins, with on one of them I teamed up with their expedition. We found Pharaoh.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So...
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than...
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a job like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you. I'll let you know when it's time. And I don't need the two of you butting.
Yes. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're... For someone to live as long as she has, outlast well.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Survival is only a necessity. I'd hoped you'd recognize...
Do you know some...
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this...
Oh, a feeling.
Remember, we need to get Silen's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here.
Well done, Aloy. You're truly a shining...
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. It was more than that.
Perceptive as ever.
Okay, so...
I was an orphan. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply... And then I met Liz. It says we'd have coffee at some point. I thought it was just shop talk, but... Then soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I think Liz felt the same way. She had lost her mother a few years back, but as time passed, it seemed just and...
So helping me. Restoring...
A second chance, yet. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. So when I saw you, beyond even what made lit. I knew I had to help you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your...
I built that house as a shelter to a safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts, truly, some of the greatest achievements.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. I thought if she could experience it would bring something, a heritage, every bit as valid, data being drummed in. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret. She needed its shelter.
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that she was brilliant. She cared so deeply. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's. She never wanted to share. I think, in the end, sometimes I wonder if anyone...
I found a recording of you after Farzineth's attempt to...
Yes.
I think she regretted how things...
Did she? Thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other, and that her last impression of me was as a functionary, not who I truly am.
What else can we expect if...
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal, that's where Beta and Gaia, they're also printing facilities where the natural resources they've stripped.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island.
It was likely ferrying materials to and... After hundreds of years, luxurious comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy. Disaster can strike at any moment.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon...
No, and he's been very careful not to. I'll admit it bothers me, but I am confident it will deactivate the other.
How many of them are in the bay?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony...
You said before that you're not like that you never were. But you went along with...
Out of necessity. Both when Earth was consumed and when the colony... I did what I had to try to undo what damage I... Hence the data channel with Beta. And the little trick I pulled.
Have you figured out how...
No,
How many...
Only...
So, Eric...
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human... He found success with clientele that required a more... There were also rumors that he personally hunted, and all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual... In them, he could go on rampages, though I suspect with...
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest...
Then they would be quite, though I'm sure he'd...
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial, and as such, had dealings with almost every... It made him one of the wealthiest people, and certainly the wealthiest.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power. Gerard's always believed himself to be able to maintain control, but beneath it was his decision to restrict the avatars of the Apollo, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough.
I would very much like to see his face.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of lights, shows, gambling, and while others cloistered themselves in their own, he flung his door...
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved...
When Beta escaped and hid in it, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea. Unlike most of Farzin, amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological. Verbena inherited her. Her father had achieved great success in the... At age 24, she became the world's most eligible, branding herself someone who leverages their fame.
What?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something.
She was her own, but even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of...
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth.
And let me guess.
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was all... She founded the Holonet's most successful dance, and I had fascinating discussions with... Our immortality treatments are due in... But then there were others, like Devin Miller. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his goal. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished...
Okay.
I'll be here until... And thank you, Abe. My path more than one. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make...
We will.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten. I would say that I am...
Thank you.
It is I. All that remains is to follow you.
We're lucky to have you on our...
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my... before we leave on our...
Right.
Thank you.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that... I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and...
Honestly, with her... things will get ugly once this... You'll need every trick you've...
I would have it... Many soldiers died in the old world to make... We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend without an army of...
Leave that to me.
As you say.
Think you're ready to put all your training...
I am to knock.
Now that training time is over...
The Bulwark, and how we need another miracle if...
I'll try not to...
I know.
Look, I know you're... but I want her on our side.
It is more than she deserves.
Thank you.
If I live, it will be in victory. What matters most is that you achieve your...
I'll do my best. We didn't really get to talk about what happened.
There was nothing. If he were to knock, Varl's bravery would have earned him among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. Anything new going on?
The Quen has been more insistent, her pursuit of knowledge.
Just think of her.
Yes.
Your people keep
the visions and left for it is why the... And now... So?
I won't lie.
I can only...
I bet people are curious about...
None more than our... She couldn't. I gave it hoping.
Good luck with... I'll see.
It will...
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. As for this base, it may not be what you're...
Call it what it is.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now...
The whole time I've been in the West, I'd at least like to know what.
You were among the enemy. What?
Why?
Torok. And the Carja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among them, but the Carja captured them, strung them up, and burned. It was too late. I found...
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance. To tear down the Carja's cities and drown, hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones. But my chief betrayed me.
How did Hikaru... Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Carja messenger was brought before... That's when I knew. Brag his treacherous corpse.
What happened when the Carja
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. Suddenly the Carja wanted to talk peace. And a true Tenakth, their blood exists to be spilled. But Akaro, he showed himself a Carja-loving traitor.
And lost.
His mercy was just... I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid. So with an army of soldiers, and the day you got him.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for... How did Silence approach?
That name means nothing. My agreement was with the Oseram Asera.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing... And you trusted enough.
If it was a trick, I would have crushed. But she spoke with the same burning hatred. And she offered me the chance. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hekarro and become... These Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's but because of you, my people will continue.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their Are you really going to fight along?
I have no reason to.
Really?
I failed to kill Hekarro. Failed to eliminate you. The Carja remain out of my reach. All I have left are the screen. So
all right.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted. But if I'm to die, then it might as well be with the one.
I'll let you know when it's time. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.